All right, welcome to the Village of Webster board meeting on July 29th. We're starting a little early this evening, although we're late for our start, 6 o'clock, and that's because of the Christmas in the Village in July parade this evening. So if you would all stand for the pledge. Carl, would you lead us, please?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, first order of business this evening is public comment and any questions or concerns from the audience. It doesn't look like it, so we will move on to scheduled business for the evening. The first is a resolution to approve the minutes from July 13th. That was our last meeting, so I'm sure you've had an opportunity to look it over. Any comments or questions? If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a resolution to approve the claims and warrants. I looked them over, I had opportunity to do that. I believe that Jerry, who is not here, but he will be coming shortly, got kind of hung up, I guess, with work and with traffic, so he'll be here shortly, but he had a chance to look them over as well. I had no
It's all right, I looked them over
questions.
when I
You
was
did too?
in, yeah, I
I did
was
too.
sick.
Okay. Any questions from you guys?
None, there wasn't very much.
I just got a question about the sludge hauling. Where is it?
Under sewer.
Top of,
Do we have a total for this year so far?
Yeah, we'd have to,
Just have to vote.
A guess? A guesstimate? Oh,
well, it's, we're a month and a half into the budget year, so it's not, I guess it might be replace this.
yeah.
So, but, yeah, we can get an annualized cost for that.
I'd like to really follow that along. Maybe the year-to-date total, you know?
Yeah, when you look at the monthly reports and the encumbrances, and it's going to be a little skewed because we do a PO at the beginning of the year, so you really have to get more information about, because the PO is going to show it as an encumbrance already.
Okay.
I mean, you could look at monthly, year-to-date, and I'll say an encumbrance, but if you look all the way over, it's going to show it as probably 100% spent if you did a PO for, the entire budgeted amount. But yeah, we should be able to get it.
Okay.
So we could track this actually with the reports that we get. This is Casella Waste Systems, the only hauler
For the sludge, correct.
of the sludge.
And where are they hauling it to right now?
They're still hauling it up to 70 miles.
How long is that contract good for? Is that a yearly contract?
We do a yearly contract with them.
I think they're planning to be open at least for what, 20, 25? Something like that, maybe longer.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what.
I don't pay strict attention to that.
So a motion to approve.
I'll make that one.
I'll second.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, next we have a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign the Brownfield Opportunity Study Grant application. Believe that we were presented with this some meetings ago. So this is an application that the village would be involved with 10% of the total. It is for $225,000. The village will be responsible for $22,000 of that, approximately. I think it's a great opportunity for us to pursue.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
So I will entertain a motion to move forward with that.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Barnes?
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right. Next, we have a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign the engagement letter with Freed Maxick to perform the Village of Webster audit of financial statements for the fiscal year that ended May 31st, 2021. This is pretty standard in terms of what they are asking for. They would look at each major fund and aggregate remaining fund information as of and for the year ending May 31st, 2021. And the cost for this, it would come in 3 billings. It would be a total of $10,275. So, asking for approval or a
I'll make that.
motion to
I'll
approve.
second.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Mayor Barnes?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Alright. Do you know when that would begin, Heather?
Yes, they're scheduled, they've already done their pre-audit, so they're scheduled to be here in August.
In August?
Yes.
Okay, next we have a resolution to authorize the village clerk and the superintendent of public works to attend the emotional intelligence training at a cost not to exceed $400 per person, which includes a year of training activities. I believe that it provides for the initial, and then there are things which are supplemented throughout the year. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Mayor Barnes?
Aye.
Motion passes.
I think, however, if you were interested, there's a video link for training somewhere. It says overview, please click below. But, it's not part of the content, so.
You're supposed to bring your iPads.
Yep.
I thought it was pretty handy doing that, but.
Nice. Press the button.
Okay, next we have, and this is something that was tabled the last time I believe that we were here. However, we have confirmation now on what's happening with this. To authorize the mayor to sign the agreement with the Board of Cooperative Educational Services of Nassau County for the purpose of participating in a cooperative bid at a cost of $450, which will be used towards the purchase of a truck. So I think that was the question, would the $450 be applied to the cost of the truck, and it is going to be. So I believe that reduces the budgeted cost down by $450. So it's applied to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there any question on that?
No.
Okay. Then I would entertain a motion to authorize myself to sign that agreement.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Barnes?
Aye. Okay, we have some budget a budget modification and transfer. And that is regarding the sewer fund budget modification. And I believe that it is from line GG.1990.400, the contingency fund of $4,450, and is moved to item GG.8130.456, which is the instrumentation maintenance line. And that would be, again, $4,450. And this is to fund the cascade pump removal for inspection.
It's the
John,
yeah.
cascade pump.
Cascade pumps for the, yep, Strickland filter. That portion there is, it's for the crane. It's the cost of the crane to remove it.
Okay.
What Webster does is you automatically have to you get the crane for, say, 4 hours if you need it, but you automatically pay for 8 hours for the operator. You have to pay 8 hours no matter what. That's the minimum.
Okay.
So
Where do they remove that from if they need the crane? Is that to lift the cover off?
no, it's out, but it's on the side of the Strickland filter.
Okay. Then we need a motion to approve this budget modification.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Lindsay?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign the sanitary sewer easement, the sanitary sewer dedication, and the stormwater management facility maintenance agreement for the Brittany Woods Townhouse project. It's a rather lengthy document that you have in front of you. However, it is significant. I believe that, Jake, you could speak more to it. It's something that when they would be in charge of for 2 years, and we would take over that.
There's a lot of parts here. The sanitary sewer itself, they've installed, they have to do a final inspection on that for our acceptance. And then, yeah, they would be responsible to do a bond or the certified check, which they've already delivered, of 10% of the total cost of construction. And that will cover any costs, any deficiencies in workmanship or material for the next 2 years. So 2 years from when we accept it, then they would be responsible to cover any of those costs. Beyond that part, then it's part of our regular system. So, and that's for the sanitary. That's just the dedication and release.
Yeah.
Well, that's the easement and the dedication, correct?
Yes, and then, and then in order for us to be able to cross their property and do it, there's an easement that's written up.
And the stormwater then?
Then the stormwater remains private there, but we, as part of the MS4, this municipal separate storm sewer system, there's a general permit, or there's a MS4 permit that covers the entire state. And we're able to use that permit if we agree to do certain things. One of them is managing stormwater facilities or the administration of it. So we tell the developer, you put in the system, it's your pond, you have to maintain it, inspect it, make sure that it continues to function. Or I say pond, that's include all stormwater facilities, but it's supposed to work like they designed it to work and continue to operate in perpetuity. So in order to make sure that that happens, we get a maintenance agreement with them saying if you don't take care of it, we'll take care of it and then charge you back to the property. So.
Can you turn the mic on?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm done. I had it on and then it was whistling, so I should have backed off. But.
Sorry.
And that was part of what they were talking about yesterday, is that they were here for 3.5 hours and then went out for inspection.
Yeah, so, yeah, we got to spend 7 hours with the DEC yesterday for It was, honestly, it was great. They were, you know, obviously they were doing about it, but they were very informative and we learned a lot. And we're going to be able to take it back and apply it and do better. Surprisingly, we weren't perfect. I felt that we might be, but we weren't. So we learned something, and that'll be good.
I know I was originally asked to sit in for about the first half hour, and I ended up there for 3.5. So.
Yeah.
Until lunch. After that, you were on there. So.
Wise time to exit.
Okay, so I would ask for a motion to authorize me to sign the sanitary sewer agreement.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
So the motion includes all 3 documents?
I do believe
Because
it
the
does.
stormwater management one doesn't have anything to do with the sanitary sewers.
Yeah.
Only because, Mayor, you just mentioned authorization to sign the sanitary sewer document or something. I don't know what you said. It's actually 3 separate documents.
Yeah,
So
maintenance.
Well,
the resolution is the
Sanitary sewer for sure, the easement, and also the dedication, and the stormwater management, I would include that as part of that.
Okay. Just so it's.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Thank you, John, for the clarification that it is all three. All right, I have one more that is not on here, and I would like to make mention of, and that is an agreement, a lease and operating agreement with Exelon for the siren that is currently sitting on our sewer plant property. And the renewal option is what they're looking for. It was last signed by our former mayor 5 years ago, and they're looking to have a new agreement which would go from now until July 31st, 2026. There are, in the original agreement, there were 7 5-year periods of time, but it is a renewal. Each of those has an option. They have an option of 7 of those, but they are asking for a renewal each one of those times. So I would ask for a motion to allow the mayor to sign this agreement for 5 years, this renewal, with options to sign for additional 5 years after that, but through July 31st, 2026.
Yeah, we decided to leave the,
It was not an automatic thing, but
Yeah.
to have renewals each of those 5 years.
That's right.
and we're gonna leave the wording as is.
Believe
Is that
so.
what, John?
So that would be my suggestion. Otherwise, if you want to amend the 2011
You would.
lease agreement, you can't do it unilaterally, so now you gotta go back and get Exelon's
Yeah.
approval of it, and to me, it's not worth it. You know, Jake with his eagle eye did see in paragraph 15 where it says there obviously is almost a typographical error where it says the village may, upon reasonable written notice to Gannett, assign this agreement to a successor fire district. Well, obviously the village isn't a fire district,
Right.
but first of all, under what circumstances would the village ever want to assign the siren to another property owner? They have to sell the sewage treatment plant to do that. Not likely to occur.
Exactly.
So I would just say, forget about it, because paragraph 15 is never going to kick in anyhow, so.
Knock on wood.
All right, and everybody knows what the intent is. If the village ever did want to sell the sewage treatment plant,
Yep.
I doubt the owners of Gannett would object to the new owner taking over the siren, because otherwise they don't get the siren. So,
Yep.
but to go through the rigmarole of trying to get this 2011 agreement changed, I say just forget it.
Okay.
I do enjoy
But-
Jake's
but-
detail.
But Jake is to be commended for the thoroughness with which he reviews these documents.
That's why he's with us. Thanks, Don.
You know what the math teacher would tell you, this is a rule, this is how it always is? I still look for the exception.
Yes, you do, always.
So,
It's good.
So, yeah, so you need a motion. Did you do the motion already?
Well, I did ask for a motion to approve.
Then I just
the
asked the
five-year
question
extension.
first.
Okay.
If you're gonna want one, the answer is yes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Lowy?
Aye.
you selling salt and spices?
You
I
know,
don't know what's going on with it.
That was Lauer and Lindsay in one, sorry. I'm tired.
Thanks, Abby.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay. So we have a 5-year lease with extensions after.
Lowy?
This is 2, so there would be 5 more additionally after. That takes care of formal business, I believe. And now I would ask Don if you have any further comments you'd like to make. We have a few.
Well, only, just going back to the 3 Brittany Woods documents. Jake, it makes sense, Jake wants 3 signed. So you can have, here's another copy, so you don't need to.
I've got it right here.
Well, it doesn't matter, you've made so many copies. You
Exactly.
can have mine. for-
Thank you. Right, we'll save some
But
paper.
you gotta sign 3 of them, and then there's the TP 584.2 that you have to sign also. That's one of those. But then Heather, if you want to send them directly to Scott Sedelnik,
Okay,
do you have his, I think you were included as, do you have his address and stuff in some of the emails, otherwise I'll get it to you.
I think I do.
And then.
By send directly, I'm sorry, do you mean email or it's hard copies, right?
He needs the hard copies. He needs to, you gotta mail him the hard copies. And then he'll get Mr. Van Epps to sign, and then they'll take care of recording them. And,
What's his name?
I've got it, I'll be Scott's Godone.
Thank you. Melnick?
yeah, they'll pay to record everything. And then we'll have one of the duplicate originals for the villages.
Okay,
Good.
sounds good. I will mail that tomorrow.
You'll have to notarize there.
Okay. No problem. I do that a lot.
You do? Okay.
Other than that, I have nothing else.
All right, well, thank you for that. Heather, do you have anything from the front office? Okay. I have I think you all do too as well, the Building and Code Enforcement Report for July 2021. Aaron is not able to make it here this evening. He has been twice, Tuesday and Wednesday in the hospital,
Yes.
and he left yesterday our meeting in quite a bit of pain, and he has stones, I guess, kidney stones. Not just, but he gave us this report, and we recorded a total of 13 permits, complaints and violations, there were 22. His legal work, he's working on several FOIL requests for Brittany Woods, and miscellaneous, he's issued 1 C of O, and 5 C of C's, certificates of compliance, and no certificates of completion at this particular time. It looks like Brittany Woods village is coming along. We're down to the last 4 units that will be nearing completion, and it still appears to be on track for the end of August.
Good.
All right.
Did Dan a good time? Yeah. Took me a while to get started.
Okay, Jake, you, DPW,
I think I'm going to keep it brief this evening, in case, unless there's any questions. We've been working along, getting ready for some of these events that we're being able to have again here. We decorated for Christmas in the village here today, so, and doing our regular maintenance stuff. Just a reminder, people, especially this July has been, I think, one of the wettest ones we've ever experienced, so, as far as July, so make sure you keep the storm drains clear, don't put things in the gutters. And big highlight from yesterday, I do want to thank John for all his efforts. He was up with we had the DEC audit. John was up, his portion of it, as always, was stellar. The outfall inspections he's been doing for a number of years, and his record keeping were great and helped us shine in that one measure for sure. So thank you for your participation in that and everything you do here anyway. So,
Good job, John.
but I think that's it. And one question I do have though, just want to make sure before everything's done, is there's an FWE compliance form. I believe this is required to go in with the OA paperwork, and I don't know if it's the mayor that needs to sign it. I don't know if there's authorization needed to sign it. You kind of have to.
Doesn't Marcia sign that? She's
Oh, it's Marcia?
she's.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to hear, and I wanted to remind her
Thank you,
and
sir.
ask before we left. Okay.
She's the WMBD compliance officer for the.
Yeah.
Matt was kind enough to come in today and go through everything with us, so we're in good shape.
And I just want to say thank you to Jake and the DPW guys for all the work they did over at the museum. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The ladies there are very happy with you guys. And the same with Bill Bendel. He just did a great job. So I just want to say thank you.
And there are pictures on our Facebook page.
That's good, thank you.
I'd like to also say thank you to Matt for his timely work on the grant application that he's worked on. To do, I think, by tomorrow, correct? And I know you had several on your plate today.
We're in good shape.
Thank you, thank you.
Our next meeting actually is a workshop, which will be next Tuesday, August 3rd at 6 p.m. here. And then our board meeting will be August 12th at 7 o'clock again here. So we have a number of items on the agenda for Tuesday. And so we look forward to that. We haven't had one of those in a number of months, in fact, over a year plus with COVID, but we'll be back. Okay. Anything else? Anyone has?
I don't.
Not? I will entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:36, I believe.
6:36.
6:36.
I will make that motion too.
I'll second it.
You second.
All
Put
in
my
favor?
head on, get ready to go.
All in favor? Aye.
It is.
Aye?
I
Aye.
say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you very much, and have a good evening. And you have approximately half an hour. Come out to Main Street and see the parade of Christmas in the village in July. So, I believe it will not be quite as long as the normal one. So, about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour, something like that. Thank you.
Everybody in the village of Webster is marching.
All 5,000 something people?